Hi, eighth grade. The bad news is I got COVID, but the best news ever is we got Mrs. Williams for the week. So it's actually going to be an amazing week in social studies. I am going to do a brief overview of how you're going to start your trial prep today. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how this week and then next week will go because of the adjusted schedule. So this trial, the preparation you're going to do looks very similar to our Columbus trial. You're familiar, you've been through one, you just might have a different role. And the difference between the Boston Massacre trial and the Columbus trial is that the Boston Massacre trial actually did occur. It is a historical event that was tried in a colonial court. And so we are going to see if you guys come up with a different outcome than the actual historical trial. You're going to start today by watching a clip from the HBO show that I love, and it's called John Adams. And it's only going to be about 9 minutes, and Mrs. Williams is going to stop at a particular point, and that's kind of where we're going to kick off with the trial. Then you're going to discuss directions, the roles, and the different trial groups and summaries of the different the clients that attorneys can represent, and we will also have a jury. Then at the very end of class, you're going to fill out your attorney group request form, and my goal is for the trial to take place Monday. That says the 13th. That's from last year. A week from next Monday. I'll change that before I post this. And Tuesday. And then we will finish roots before you go on break. So don't have to worry about that. We just have to get through this week so that we can get the trial completed before break. So the evidence packet looks a little different than in the Columbus packet, and it's posted on Schoology. Again, the difference here is that these are actual first-hand accounts. These are eyewitness accounts of what took place in Boston in March of 1770. And so these are factual. However, they contain a lot of bias. We've discussed bias this year. We know that we can't eliminate bias ever completely. And so please consider the bias that might be present in the eyewitness accounts. With Mrs. Williams, you are going to read two different accounts that summarize what happened during the Boston quote-unquote massacre. One comes from a Boston newspaper. We've read from the Boston Gazette before. And then the other is from the London Chronicle. That's a newspaper that was printed in London, back in Britain. So compare the two different presence of bias in those two articles. Lastly, the trial prep packet that's posted on Schoology, I will order physical copies of those to be placed with your attorney groups tomorrow. And I believe that is everything. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And I will check in with Mrs. Williams, see how everything's going. And I cannot wait to see another awesome trial in our class. See you soon.